Hello? Anyone there? You waiting? Is anyone waiting? Belle? There's some people waiting here.
Hi.
Hello? Anyone there? Hang on a second, what's this? There is a duck race later on.
I hate that duck. Now the favourite person of the show is here.
Say hello, cooks. Say hello.
Because we all know that's what people come for, don't they? They don't come to see us. They come to see the dog.
I think we need to go and get ready. So see you in a minute.
Bye!
Hello, welcome everybody. Welcome back to Cookie and Hayden's. I'm Car Boot Chris. This is Bargain Bell.
Hi.
And we have been away for a little while, just in case you didn't notice.
We just couldn't be bothered, that's all.
Yeah.
We didn't go anywhere, we just couldn't be bothered. We're joking.
I hope you've all had a good couple of weeks. You've been babysat by the two Steves on movie chats.
Who I will say did a very good job, so thank you very much.
Whoa.
A bit too good as far as Chris is concerned.
Too good. Did you see how much they ripped off the show? I'll tell you what, I'm not happy. Not happy.
See, you do
This
someone
is
a favour
heavy.
and this is a thanks you got.
Yeah, this is heavy on. They had. What else did they have? Oh no's.
Well, they were trying to keep your seat warm.
I'm not impressed, I tell you now.
Thank you anyway for anybody that did go and watch Steve while we was away. So thank you.
Listen, we've got a jam-packed show as always. So if you're new here, please say hello in the chat. We will try and say hello to everybody. In a moment, we're going to do Beat Bell to the Bottom, whereby Bell is going to try and say hello to as many people in the chat as possible in a 2-minute period.
I generally get there as well, so you gotta be fast.
Also, coming up on the show, we're going to do a big Q&A tonight. Basically, you can ask us anything, and we will try and answer it within reason, of course, within reason. But yeah, it's an ask anything.
Since we've done a Q&A session,
we've
we
not
used to do them quite regularly.
Yeah, we've not done a Q&A for ages, so tonight is a perfect opportunity. So tonight is a Q&A, but not yet. Don't put your questions in yet. Also, we've got a comment of the week. We've got This Is Heavy, where you can win some prizes. Stay tuned for that. We've got some thank yous to do. We're going to talk a little bit about whatnot. And then we've got the duck race later on. So
no, oh no, sorry, Lana.
No, oh no's, but we have got a comment of the week. So yeah, and tonight's duck race price is amazing. I'm not going to reveal it just yet, but I hope you've all entered.
People know what our prizes are like, though, so you know, amazing.
No, truly, it's amazing. I did not want to give this up. I did not want to give it up. Right, are you ready for Beat Bell to the Bottom? Get your hellos in now. You've got to try and beat Bell to the bottom of the chat.
Jeff, ABL Reselling, Once Loved Treasures.
I'm not ready.
Alan Starbuck,
stop
Fluffy
cheating.
Muffin.
Stop it.
I'm going to beat you to the bottom.
Go.
Left-handed Hummingbird, I Dream of Crafting, Martin J, Fix It for Reselling, CJ Frere, Pat Walker, Fletch One, Bell's Craft Corner, Alan Starbuck, Rachel Nash, Tam and Bell Resell, Endless Treasure, Tap Peddler, Brooke, Jason Entwistle, Emsden, Ali Evans, Like My Vinted, The Monkey Thrifter, Helen, Blackwood Resellers, Oliver Ian is with us, Bills and Moons, Hillary Road, Bang Bang Duck, David Dowling, Ian J. Come on. Cherry Potato Joyce. Potato! Peter Ray. Steve Jackson, you know they've missed me. Kathy. Kimmy Kitty. Did Kathy hear me? Kathy. Del Boy Dan. Come on. Give me a new one. Chris Tyler. Janie. David, I've said David, Woo Woo, Soul Steps, Mr. Diggs. Hi, Mr. Diggs. He's in Spain. Lindsay and Alvin. I'm running out of names. Come on, give me a new name. There isn't any. They're all the same names. People are just chatting. Monumental.
You made it to the bottom?
No, because GT Pre-Love. Alan Starbuck. Night's Life. Kevin Hawthorne. There's too much chat. Guzzy. Endless Treasures. Tin Cakes. I think I'm just repeating names now. Claire Plant. Oh, give me a Chris Smith. Chop Chop. I think I'm at the bottom. I'm at the bottom. Woohoo! I don't know.
That's it. You just did it now. What? The music's finished. So that was good. Well done.
I have no idea if I missed anybody then because it was a lot of the same names, so I was trying to scan through them. So if I missed you, hello, and I apologise.
Well done. That was a good job. Belle actually beat you to the bottom. You are useless. You guys are useless.
Woohoo! Woohoo! And hi, Mr. Diggs. Thank you for joining us all the way from Spain.
I just highlighted a few things on the chat here because you can do that now on StreamYard. You can put a little star so you come back to comments that you don't forget.
That's good.
So I just... oh, there you go. There's one. Guzzy67. That's a new name.
Hi, Guzzy. I did say hi.
I don't think I remember Guzzy67, but welcome. Good to have you on.
We've got a few member ones that have popped up. Soul Steps has been a member for 9 months.
Oh, well done to Soul Steps.
Fix It has been a member for 9 months.
Fix It for Reselling. Colin Lee.
Yeah. Brooke has been a member for 8 months.
8 months for Brooke.
And Santa has been a member for 9 months.
Oh, nice one. Cracking. Thanks for all your support, guys. Moni Mental, I've starred his hello because he's very rarely seen on a Monday night.
He's like a star guest now, isn't he? Literally a star guest.
Well, yeah. But Moni Mental is in the house.
I did overhear him on his chat the other day praising us and telling us how much he loved us.
He did,
and
actually.
That we were like his favourite people in the whole wide world. So.
We take the mickey, but there you go. David Dowling as well. Is that a new name, David Dowling?
I'm not so sure. But a few more members have
welcome anyway, David.
We've got the Monkey Thrifter who's been a member for 9 months, Lindsay and Alvin for 9 months, GT for 9 months, Amsterdam for 9 months.
How are these all suddenly popping up?
I think it's something that people can do.
Oh, can people do it? Oh, you cheeky buggers.
I think so, because suddenly when I said that, there was loads more.
Oh, right, okay. I thought it was some
Tam
automatic.
and Bell for 1 month, really 2 or 3 months.
Yeah. Question from Steve: how many of those figures can Chris name? Not many at all.
Oh, Janie Vu says Guzzy is my other half.
Janie Vu. Oh, right.
Guzzy is a other half.
Oh, nice.
Their other half, because I don't know which way is which. There.
Okay.
Boom. Andrew is here.
Yeah, Andrew is here. Yeah. A rarity, I must say, in these parts, but welcome anyway, of course. You're always welcome.
Andrew says, I'm sure Belle must have been listening to a different channel. Don't be shy now.
ABL Dave says lots of bottom talk in this live. Pardon? Of course. Beat Belle to the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see what else we've got. Let's have a look through these comments now, see if we've got anything to say. Mr. Diggs is back on Thursday.
Looks like you're having a fab time, by the way, Mr. Diggs.
Yeah, enjoy it. Flogsome Tog says hello, welcome. Who else have we got? Oh, I'm just up to the bit where you said about Janie Vu's other half.
I'm at the bottom.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Jason said the 9-month club is that something to do with having kids?
Let's hope not.
It's a shame I can't ping those on the screen. It doesn't let me do it on StreamYard. It's a bit silly.
It doesn't show up.
It doesn't show up at all. It's not right, that. There you go. I'm at the bottom.
AA, is that a new one?
Welcome to AA. You lazy git, Andrew. He just basically did a blanket hello to everyone who said hello. To be fair, I do that sometimes when I drop in chats. I just say, and when I drop into people's chats, I just say evening all, and then
that's it. You're done.
Yeah,
So what's first on the list now? We're at the bottom. Everyone's just saying hi to everybody.
I don't know what to do first. Should we start off with This Is Heavy and start off with a little competition? A little bit of healthy competition amongst our viewers. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I like the way when Steve and Steve did it. Little Steve was like, I don't know why Belle finds this so difficult, because we at the current time have 105 people in. That's why. A lot more numbers.
Here we go.
So,
Great Scott. I know, this is heavy. It's heavy. It's heavy. It's heavy. It's heavy.
Always have to speak at the moment I press the button. What were you going to say, dear?
I said, all the help I can get is welcome. Thank you.
Okay, there you go.
Fine.
Okay, this is heavy. So are you ready for the first little competition of the night? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you an item. You have to guess what the weight is in grams. Okay, it's got to be in grams. If you go over what the weight is, you are bust. You've got to be under or on it. And if
On it like a car bonnet.
If there's more than one person who gets it right, then it'll be the first person who comments. And you will get a prize if you win. Not the item that I'm showing you is not the prize, but you will get another amazing prize in the post, okay? And no matter where you are in the world, you can enter. I will send you a prize in the post.
Oh, Oliver says, what a dig, Belle. Excuse me, you started it by saying that I make it look hard.
What did you say?
I said that because we have more answers coming in. So we said it was a dig. It wasn't a dig.
Oh, no.
But you started it. Right.
Okay, you ready?
Which one are we doing first?
The little one.
The little one.
Yeah?
Littler one.
The little.
So everybody knows after this that the answer is higher than this.
Yeah, there's a little clue for you. Don't say I don't give you any information. Okay, are you ready for this? I want the answer in grams only, please. And this is it. I will give you ample time to have a look. This is Orko from He-Man. Not from Scooby-Doo, as I might have said on the video. It was in...
You know nothing.
Yeah, but he was in a Scooby-Doo bag, and I couldn't quite see it. And he looked a bit weird. He doesn't look like the usual Orko. He's a more modern-day Orko. So I want to know how much this weighs in grams. Get your answers in now. And I'm going to start a countdown in just a minute. I'm just going to let the little bit of lag that you all moan about constantly, this infamous lag that happens. There's no lag. But I'm going to let that pass, and then I'm going to start a countdown, okay? Oh, a quick one just before we start the countdown. Matt Selstuff has popped in. Hi, Matt. Thank you for the super chat. Sorry if I haven't been on for a while, guys. Mental health's not been too good, at least. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Matt. I really am. You know where we are if you want to chat about anything. Give us a shout. But I hope you're feeling okay, and thank you so much for the super chat.
Thank you for joining us again.
Appreciate you being here. Right, here we go. Here's the countdown before we reveal the winner. Where's my countdown gone, babe?
I don't know.
It's gone.
Oliver says it's not laggy if you're dragging it out.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
I'm just writing end in the chat, and there will be no entries after this point.
To be fair, I think people gave up ages ago.
Did
so,
they?
Yeah.
All right. You
just talk too much. That's what it is.
Well, Matt Selstuff pops in, so I had to say something.
Right. Well, everybody was way off with it.
Really?
Way off.
I'd have thought that'd been quite easy.
So just double checking. But the closest...
There is an entry from Facebook here, though.
Oh, what's the Facebook one? Right. Okay. So
that's very low. Why?
The correct answer was 60 grams.
60 grams. 60. Very, very lightweight. Very light.
So the closest one we got was from... He's put that in a number of times.
301. And you only get one entry, by the way.
The closest I have was from Lindsay and Alvin, which was 52 grams.
Oh, naughty. Naughty.
So,
that was cheeky.
That is the closest. There's a couple that were just slightly over. But yeah, people were way out on this one. That's probably the the furthest away with the answers we've had for a while.
So 52. Lindsay and Alvin, you guys have won. So I need to write that down, don't I? There you go. Let me put that there. Grab the pen a minute, dear. So that was Lindsay and Alvin. Well done, guys. You're the winner.
Steve Jackson says, "How much do you want for him? He looks cool."
He's probably going to be on tomorrow's Whatnot. I've not decided yet, Steve, but feel free to message me and we'll chat about it. You might get an absolute bargain on Whatnot tomorrow if it does go on, because I've got something a bit different planned.
Thanks, Jeff. He's confirmed my 52
Jeff
was correct.
confirms the results. So well done to Lindsay and Alvin, the dumpster divers. Okay, there you go. That was the first game done. That gets us all warmed up for the show, right?
We are a bit quieter today on numbers, and it actually makes a difference.
Yeah.
with the answers when you're looking through.
So
that was a bit easy.
quieter today.
That was a bit easier.
Still good.
Yeah.
I'm
not complaining. Quiet is good. Means we can keep up with everything.
True. Yeah, true. Keep up with the chat, can't we? Okay.
By the way, we are up to date with. So what's next on your list?
We're up to date with everything, aren't we? Already. This is going to be a quick show. We're going to be done in half an hour.
We'll be in bed by 9.
Let's do this one, and we'll keep moving. Keep the show moving.
It's a comment of the week.
I say so much better.
You should have done the voiceover for that one.
Yeah.
I might change it so that you can do it. Here's comment of the week. Where's it gone?
You're not doing.
Well, I've not been here for 2 weeks.
He is well not on the ball tonight.
Comment of the week. Basically, he's saying I'm miserable. What?
I'm joking, babe. I'm joking.
So LSVIP1 says, "Mate, you never look happy with what you buy." So I just said that's my sparkling personality. Am I really that miserable? Am I miserable?
You moan a lot.
Oh, do I?
Yeah, but I know that it's only surface deep. You see, that's the difference.
But yeah, if someone comes along and watches one of my videos for the first time, that's probably why they never come back. What do I have to do?
That's why we make a good duo. I sort of lighten the mood a little.
And Brum Reseller says it a lot because he gets comments like, "Why don't you cheer up?" and stuff. And sometimes he takes a mick and starts off by going, "Hey, welcome everybody." Maybe I should do that.
You're not miserable.
It's got me paranoid now. Look,
quieter. You're a quieter sort of
mate. You never look happy with what you buy. Look,
you just walk around with a really big
it's
grin on your
affected me.
face.
It's affected me that.
Jeff says he's trying to say you have a resting biatch face.
Nice. Don't you start, Jeff.
Chris has a face of a well-slapped arse. Says Jason.
Oh, lovely. This is going well. I was expecting some sympathy.
Oliverine says he's miserable as well, though. Then Yorkshire Mix says, "Chris, you're not on the ball. You've not sent my prize from the last live, and it's my birthday today."
Oh, sorry, Don. Yeah, I forgot because you messaged me. You messaged me late. It's your fault, Don. You messaged me way late to give me your address, and then we were on holiday, so I forgot. Right, let me make a note. Sorry, I will send it.
And happy birthday!
Happy birthday! Oh, hang on. Shit, hang on.
Now, what did we say we weren't doing?
I know.
Language.
I can't find anything now. Here we go.
Happy birthday! Woo!
Bills and Moon says deadpan is funny. Alan Starbot says, "Chris, it's your PC plod face." You weren't expecting these answers, were you?
No.
Oh, Chris Tyler says, "Chris, you missed my birthday. It was on the 7th.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Happy birthday! Woo!
Chris Tyler, happy birthday.
Lana says, "Oh, no."
Why? Why is she doing that?
Getting all these answers. I can assure you.
Assure.
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 He is a very fun guy.
Sure. Say that.
Literally a mushroom. He is
Say
a
that.
fun guy.
No, say that.
Sure.
That's it. Why don't you say it properly in the first place?
Sure. Because I know things like that really annoy you. Anybody else with birthdays while we're on it?
What a time to arrive, says Joan. What did she walk in on?
Me saying you're a mushroom, maybe?
Oh, right, okay.
Steve Jackson says that happy birthday VT isn't as good as ours. Need to up your game. They're going to be taking over you.
Tom Bell said you do need 10 to 15 videos to get your dry sense of humor.
And these people you thought were your friends.
Tell you what, who needs enemies?
ABL says you're not miserable, mate. You're just northern. Oh, bless you. I think that's it. There's no more digs in there. Jeff says if you're looking
Apart
for
from Mr. Diggs.
yeah, Jeff said if you're looking for sympathy, you'll find it in the dictionary between sh and syphilis.
Okay. Thanks, Jeff. Wow, such a lovely bunch. Really are.
All the compliments coming out tonight. Yeah. So if anybody else has got any birthdays, please put it in the chat and we can wish you a happy birthday and you can have our not so great VT as Big Steve has just said. That's it. We're just packing up after tonight. We're never coming back again.
Right, okay, let's do tonight's topic. We're just going to do a Q&A basically. So if you want to ask us anything you like, if we don't know the answer, we'll put it out there for the chat to answer. Or if we don't want to answer it, we just won't answer it. But we'll try and answer any questions that you've got. It can be reselling or non-reselling, doesn't matter. Just you can put anything in if you want. And watch out for the silence now. We need one of those little, one of those little dust balls that goes.
You mean tumbleweed?
Tumbleweeds, that's it.
Dust ball.
Oh God.
That's normally me coming up with weird words.
I can't think, dear. I can't think.
It's a good job I know what you're talking about.
This lot have just put me right off. I can't even think straight now.
Now he's grumpy.
It's a dust ball. Well, you see it go along in the dust, don't you? And it's like...
For all those chronic fatigue, ill people out there, you'll know that is what that's what we deal with on a daily basis, isn't it? The brain fog. Oh.
Once Love says, we find you funny, Chris. Well, we're not laughing with you.
But that's fine. That's fine. I don't mind being laughed at.
Chris is smiling inside. It's my birthday today. What gift do you... No, it's not Money Mental, you little fibber.
SB Selling, as I got you a question. Can you write your own eBay return policy?
No.
That was quick. Simple.
Done. No, you can't, Sophie, no. Especially if you're I guess if you're a private seller, you can sort of decide under certain circumstances whether you're going to accept a return or not. But as a business seller, you are bound by the rules of business selling in the UK, and eBay's policies cover all that stuff. But I think a private seller, depending on what the return reason is, you can refuse it, but
it's still a yes or a no. You can't write it yourself.
You can't write it.
It's either you accept them or you don't accept them.
Some people put their little policies in their descriptions and they put, returns. I will not accept returns for this, for this and this. Well, that's okay, but if eBay says that someone can return it, they can return it.
CJ Frere says, if you didn't have as much storage space as you do, would you rent a storage unit and carry on? What is giving you the impression we have a lot of storage space? That's called my house.
Our house?
No, my house.
Would you rent? You know what? I've never really wanted to rent a storage unit. What I would do is, and I've even considered it for I'm still considering it for the future, is I would rent an office type space, like a shop space, but it wouldn't necessarily need to be a shop, but like I wouldn't rent a storage unit, one of these metal units. That does not appeal to me at all. But I would rent like you can rent like retail spaces or office spaces.
What's the difference? Why would you need to do that?
No, because it's a more professional space. I don't want to like
hidden
sit
some away on an industrial
No,
estate
I don't want
somewhere.
to sit in a metal container and do my listing and photographing and I would want to, if I was going to do it, I would want everything in one place. So I'd want all my storage, I'd want my photo area, I'd want my packing area, I'd want all that stuff. So I would go for some kind of retail space, but not necessarily like using it for retail for people coming in and out. But I just think I would want a nicer space to work in. So that was a long answer.
But currently, the only path we're looking at is potentially extending the garage at some point, isn't it, to make it office / storage?
It's way into the future, just in case. Yeah, I don't. It might not even need to happen.
Kimmy Kitty says, "How's the moving process going? How is Bell working going? How is Bell's working going? And how are you both?"
Ooh, nice questions.
So the moving process.
Still going.
It's ticking on. It's ticking away. As far as we're aware, all three of us, the people behind us and the people in front, are all pretty much
done.
Yeah, we're done. As far as we know, there's nothing else. So we're literally just waiting to arrange a moving date now, which fingers crossed will be in the next few weeks, and then we can be on our way. But yeah, so other than that, we are surrounded by even more boxes outside of Chris's business because the rest of the house is half packed up now as well, isn't it?
Yeah, we've done probably half the house, I reckon, now is packed.
So that's all going good. And we did do a second visit on the house.
Yeah.
When the weekend before we went away, we went and did a second visit, and we love it even more than we did the first time, didn't we? Which is good.
We can see lots of potential for it.
Yeah.
So thank you for the question, Kimmy Kitty.
How's my work going?
Oh,
fine.
Yep. And you are going to be working for Devon and Cornwall Police, but living in North Wales. That's what's going to happen.
Yep. I think I'm a bit of a guinea pig for Devon and Cornwall Police to see if they can manage and have someone working full-time from home outside of the force, which I'm really, really chuffed with because it's a massive opportunity for me. So, yeah, just need to get a workstation set up and good to go.
Yeah. Once Love Treasure's got a question on the miserable theme. What's your biggest reselling regret?
Starting it.
Yeah. Going full-time. No. Oh, crikey, that is a good question.
I don't really have any. Look, Chris has this thing of no regrets because you'd never. What is it? Even if you could go back in time, you'd never make a different decision. So there's no point.
You would make the same decision again. And Ricky Gervais, I got this saying from Ricky Gervais, and he kind of talks about it. And he sort of says, regrets are pointless because you go back and you do it all the same again because you don't have the knowledge of what's in the future. So you would make the same decisions based on what's in front of you. So I don't have any regrets other than marrying my ex-wife. So yeah.
I wondered what you were going to say then. I was like,
no.
I'll take that one.
No regrets at all. But I'm trying to answer a question. So
Joan says, Chris, question.
Not having a SKU system. There you go at the start.
Yeah, but you're going to try and
I'm going to try and rectify that when we move.
Yeah.
I'm going to do, when we move, just after we move, I'm going to do a massive stock take of everything that I have. And I'm going to attempt to put into place a better SKU system than what I have at the same time.
John says, Chris, question. Are you celebrating the first of Man City's titles?
No, don't celebrate nothing. Hang on a minute. The first of Man City. What, you mean this season, Joan? I don't celebrate anything until it's there, Joan. No, never be premature in anything.
Monkeyfish said, Chris, is that a fake Turkey Man City top you're wearing?
No, it's not. This is a Manchester top. It's Manchester. This harks back to, this design is from the 90s in Manchester.
No, we literally, all we came back with from Turkey, I came back with a fake pair of Birkenstock, which are really comfy, and Chris came back with underpants.
Yeah. I've got some lovely Lacoste underpants. Would you like to see them?
No, good, thanks.
That was perfect timing then. I went like that and you went like that.
Chris Tyler says, Dust Balls, great t-shirt logo. Steve Jackson says, Thursday's oh no right there.
You need to quit with this copyright stuff. I'm coming after you.
Jeff says, question, during your time as a police officer, what was the strangest situation you can recall finding yourself in?
Oh, you know what, Jeff? You need to go back and watch. I did a show a while back. I don't know if you were following the channel then, Jeff, or
all about your policing.
Yeah. I don't know if you would you were with us then, but I did a show. It must have been maybe 2 years ago, and I talked all about like my days as a police officer in all strange, funny, weird situations, sad situations that I sort of got myself into or found myself in. And yeah, go back and watch that. It's on the channel somewhere on the lives. But what's the question again? During the time, what was the strangest situation you can recall finding yourself in?
I know what I know what one of mine was as a PCSO.
Oh, go on.
Was that we got called to a domestic incident at a house, and when we got there, it was a guy that had learning disabilities, and he'd had a fallout with the mate he lived with, and the whole house had been trashed. And the only thing that this guy was worried about was his fish tank. And he had a 6-foot fish tank that was full of fish that had been cracked and was leaking water. So I got the job holding the fish tank together to calm him down. So I was literally stood in this living room.
I don't remember you telling me this.
Yeah, stood in this living room holding this fish tank together at the edges that hadn't been cleaned for months. It stank. It was stagnant green water, and this guy was just freaking out wanting his fish saved.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And when I looked down, it was full of electrics, and I was literally stood holding this fish tank going to this officer, can you find where that is plugged in? Can you turn that switch off? Because I can't let go of this fish tank. And you know the really sad thing? We got all the fish out and they died. They did die, but that was one of the strangest things I've had to do, where it was like this guy he wasn't bothered about the rest of his house. He just wanted his fish saving, and I was stood holding it together. And then probably the second was rescuing the ducks. We had to rescue ducklings out of a canal lock because there was a massive group of public there that just for some reason thought it was the police's job, so we had to do it. So my friend had his arm through my body armor, hanging me over a lock, so I had the use of both my arms while I was using this pole to fish out ducklings from the lock. And then I had to rescue one of them.
Interesting.
Took it home, didn't I? Do you remember that?
Not really.
You don't remember it? Because the RSPCA didn't show up in time, because one of them, when we put them back in the canal, kept falling over. It wouldn't swim, so I had to take it with me. And I ended up taking it home. And I tell you what, ducklings, they might look cute, but they're evil little bits. They're horrid. All it did was bite me.
There you go.
That's the thanks I got.
Yeah.
So there you go. Lots of strange things that you have to do.
Yeah, go back and watch the live, Jeff, if you get time. There was one weird situation that I put myself in. Belle knows this one. It was funny, but it weren't funny at the time for me. I was in a school playground, fully kitted up.
Oh, this was horrific.
I was in a school playground, right? Because I was a community police officer for a while, so I was in a school playground doing my old, hello to parents and kids, and supporting the school with parking issues and stuff. And I was just wandering around the school playground. All the parents and kids were coming out, and they were all playing football and stuff in the playground. So I decided to be sort of a cool sort of policeman, and the ball came my way, this kid's ball, and I booted it, and it smacked a parent right in the face.
This woman, literally, I wanted the floor to swallow me up.
Oh,
it just went full whack in a face.
Bang. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That is something that you do not want to happen. And it's a good job it isn't now, because somebody would have recorded that on their phone. If it were now, somebody would have got that on their phone, and I'd have been on the front of the MEN bloody front page news.
It was bad.
Yeah. So there you go.
But every day is a fun day when you work for the cops.
I think Chris needs a holiday. Hi, Dippin Williams. Welcome. Tommy Lee says, are you happy with all the purchases you make because you always look miserable? We've answered that question, Tommy. Stop it.
think everyone's saying hi to us.
Basically, yeah. It's yeah, a bit like what you've had in the past, Andrew. You know, you've had these spaces where you can do everything in one space, but I don't fancy doing that in a metal container. It just doesn't appeal to me. I want somewhere like I can go to work, do my work, everything in one space.
Fixit said, no, Andrew, it's a shop front. That's not a shop front.
Yeah.
I don't think you were describing yourself.
No, I know, but I think people kind of get it, you know.
Del Boydan says, link question, how many days is your dispatch on eBay? What is your main delivery service? Do you list free or paid postage?
Oh, hang on a minute. All right. I have 2-day dispatch, Del Boydan. What is your main delivery service? Every. And do you list free or paid? Majority paid, but I am trialing free postage at the moment. Basically, on all my trainers and footwear, I'm doing free postage at the moment. So I'm just seeing how it goes with a view to potentially changing it in the future. But yeah, there you go.
Oh, Johnny 40 Courts is with us. I love saying that name. Question, says Andrew, are you aware of the 50-mile sourcing exclusion zone around Wrexham?
Is Andrew, this is a counter question, is Andrew aware of the 100-mile exclusion zone around Rhyl, North Wales, that area?
Kathy says, question, how close is the new house to the beach? About this far. It's literally about a street away. We have to go
one street
out, round, and then we're on the beach.
Yeah, it's about 300 yards, probably, I'd say.
I'm no good at doing distances. Chris Tyler says, question to both, what was your first paid job?
Oh. Well, technically mine was a paper round.
No, that is going back.
But if you want to exclude paper rounds, because pretty much everyone's had a paper round. My next job was I was a thermoplastics engineering assistant.
So you swept up and made brews.
I swept up and made brews in a small factory. In a factory that made big plastic containers that hold like chemicals and stuff. So I was basically a dog's body. I earned £2.50 an hour, cash in hand.
And I got a job in a factory that made paint pads. So I literally stood there for hours and hours on end, getting a piece of plastic, putting some adhesive on it, sticking a spongy mat on it, doing 2 of them, putting them together and putting it in a rack till it stuck. Got to the end, went back to the beginning, pulled the ones out that I'd done and put them in a box. That's what I did all day long. Didn't last long there. I was like 16 then.
That sounds terrible.
It was awful.
Yeah. That sounds a bit
and
like...
it was freezing.
I did a night job sort of when I was about, I don't know, 18, 19, 20. In between jobs, I went and got a job in a night factory, and it's basically on a conveyor belt. And I was picking stuff up and putting it in a box. Picking it up, putting it in a box. Picking it up, putting it in a box. All night. Horrible job.
Yeah, I've had some rough jobs over the years.
The legend says if doing a SKU system is overwhelming, just start with anything you list now. One day everything will have a SKU. Yeah. It's a good idea, and I probably won't do it in one go. It would just be too time consuming, but I'm going to pick off like categories probably. I'm going to do it category at a time. Yeah.
Brummy Time Lord has joined us, and Phil Higginson, he says, how was your involvement in wildlife conservation penguin rescue influenced your reselling activities or content?
I just know if I'm going to buy penguins, I've got to pay for them.
Husky says, can't ever imagine you being a police officer. You're actually nice, Chris. And that is the reason he's not a police officer anymore, because he is a nice person. No. He made a very good police officer for that reason, because he was a nice person.
I think if you're decent with people, the majority of the time, most people are decent back.
Belle got some sellotape and left. We know what you did with those rescued ducks. It was only one duckling that I saved. Jeff says, when you deal with the public every day as a first responder, you see people at their absolute worst. Few people call the emergency line on their best day. It makes you thankful for what you have.
Yeah. Yeah.
I still do that. That's what my job is. I deal with every incident that a police officer has attended that involves a concern for welfare, which is pretty much every job, comes to my department for us to review and then forward on for further support, like GPs and social workers and whatever else. So yeah, I pretty much spend my entire day reading people's lives at their worst. That's pretty much what I do.
Husty says, police officer sounds like you work for the RSPCA.
Do you know what? I felt like
RSPCA.
I felt like it because I also got handed, what's one of them big dogs with the big red dogs with a big juggler thing? What are they called? It were massive. It like a donkey. Somebody knocked on the police station door one day, and when I opened it, they handed me a dog lead and walked off, and I got left with this giant dog. So yeah, RSPCA, I probably should have worked for them.
Thanks, Alan. Cheers. Cheers for the reminder for people. Don't forget to hit the like button.
Oliver and duckling problems didn't like your bell.
And Steve says, he blamed it on the kid.
He couldn't. He was in full view.
Goal.
He did a lot of apologising.
Geordie says, question, what's your funniest reason for returns from someone on eBay? I don't think I've had any funny ones. I'm just trying to think. You know what? I mean, touch wood, I don't get many returns. I don't.
Do you know what your funniest return was? The thing that wasn't even what you sent them when they sent you that breathalyzer.
Oh, it says returns reason. But we'll have this. We'll stretch the question a bit. Yeah. So I got a return, and they sent back something that wasn't even. They sent me back a French breathalyzer kit or something.
It was a T-shirt that they'd bought.
Yeah, and then they claimed something about it not fitting or something, and then I said to them, "Well, return it," and they sent back something else, and this went on for weeks and weeks and weeks.
Yeah. Delboy Dan said 2 sales while watching. That's good.
Good.
Andrew says I still have a government issue. Could COVID travel passes, no exclusion zones for me.
Chris, like what my office is like, but it's a bit small for all my time. Yeah, a bit like that. Monkey Thrifty, yeah.
John says, how lovely to live so close to the sea. I hope so. That's what we're hoping to find out. Steve says it was definitely a hard paper round.
Cheers.
CJ Ferreira says you weren't a footballer then. Nah, you got 2 left feet, haven't you, mate?
Well, I was aiming for a head, so I hit it. Bang on.
Dippy Williams says I used to sell potatoes at the side of the road when I was 15.
Really?
Pretty sure that was better than my paint pads job. Husky says it really is hard. It really is had a great week last week too, and dead no sales all weekend, which is just nuts.
No sales all weekend? Oh, crikey. Let's hope that improves soon.
Jeff says he was a certified broom pusher as well.
But did you have the same broom for 20 years, Jeff? 18 new handles and 25 new heads.
Oliver says, Chris, your tan looks especially red tonight, like Rodney after the sunbed incident.
Yeah, that's because we've been out in the garden this weekend and it was hot.
Here you go. Here's my oh-no. I spent a week in Turkey trying to get a tan, because I don't tan very well, trying to get a tan, but not once did I burn. I sat in the garden yesterday relaxing and came in with lobster legs.
But it's pretty obvious why, because when you're on holiday, you top up with sun cream. When you're new in the UK, you quite often don't bother with sun cream.
But I was under the brolly, and I just didn't realise once the brolly had moved because I was reading.
Lou says, I worked in Budgeon's, shelf filling and tills, Friday after school and all day Saturday, £3.25.
I had to give mum
bloody hell. I was 14.
Jason says, my first paid job at 16 was a vulcanizer in a slipper factory.
What the heck is that, Jason? Jesus.
Delboy says, my first job was cutting ends off spring onions. Lasted 3 days before I lost the will to live. The monkey just said, my worst job was cleaning out of a cuckoo clock.
Weird.
I don't know.
Hi, Donut. Welcome.
Husky says, problem is majority of the police aren't nice in the first place. Do you know, Huskies, I'm going to sit here and defend them, right? Not just because I work for them, because if they were all horrible people, I wouldn't work for them. And I can hold my hand on heart and say the majority of police officers are nice people. And yes, there are idiots that work for the cops, just like there's idiots that work in any job, and they're the ones that let us down. And they're the ones that you'll remember, not the nice ones like Chris. Yeah. So yeah, I don't do this. All police are horrible, because the majority of police are there for the right reasons, want to do a good job, and do a good job.
Yeah, I do agree with that. Actually, I mean, I've had dealings with some horrible cops, absolute horrible people.
I've always said one of the hardest things with working in the police force is not dealing with members of public; it's dealing with the power heads within your own teams, because there's a big sort of hierarchy of people that just want to move up the ladder, and it is a power thing. And sometimes it's harder to be inside the office with the people you're dealing with than actually out on the street. But again, it's a small minority of people. It's the majority of people are lovely.
Yeah, I mean, like you say, I mean, you know, you get the exact same percentages in all walks of life,
but they're just not public front.
It's like, you know, I worked at Marks and Spencer's for a few years, and there were some lovely people working at Marks and Spencer's, but there was some horrible idiots working there as well. And it's the same everywhere. It's the same way you go, but it's just heightened.
Yeah. Oliverian said tonight's duck race prize, Bell's stuffed rescue duck. No, it did get rescued.
Yeah,
somebody took it
I've got
away.
it here. Here it is.
The RSPCA eventually came and took it off my hands.
Once Love says, I had someone return something saying it was used. He decided that after opening a sealed plastic blister pack. It's just typical, isn't it? Alan said, we had a 7'2" police officer when I was a lad. His name was Jack Warner.
That's a big police officer.
It is, isn't it?
That's like Andrew in a cop uniform.
Nearly as big as Robert Wadlow.
Oh, Dave says, I live next to the sea, about 10 miles away. That's probably, are we closer than 10 miles to the sea?
Yeah,
we're closer than 10 miles to the sea now.
We're probably 1 to 2 miles, probably.
Chop said, I did 30 years in a factory with so many mundane jobs. One was on top of a ladder stuffed up a paint chimney in the middle of the night shift, scraping the inside with a chisel.
Oh, God.
I think we've all had rough jobs, haven't we? When you first start off, just, yeah.
Oh, Bell's Craft Corner's first job was working at a boot sale cafe, age 12. Oh, you've been in the boot sale game for a while, haven't you, Bell?
Fate. Peter Ray said he did a paper round for 2 years from the age of 15.
Yeah. Paper round, sandwich shop
girl and debt collector. Jason says melting rubber to make the bottoms of the slippers. That's what it is.
Okay.
I bet that was a smelly job, melting rubber.
When I was a young man, I got turned down for a fireman due to colourblind. The same year, I was a dancer in Starlight Express in London for 2 years. Hint my name, Steps. Oh, okay. That's interesting. What are you staring at?
I was trying to see if I could even pronounce that word, but I can't.
Wow, that's good. That's all Steps.
Husky says that this is the thing, Husky. A lot of people do a bad experience with the cops and then just write everybody off.
Yeah.
And that's the way it works. Trust me, I used to every 3 months have to do a survey as a PCSO. We used to go around and knock on doors and do surveys about police confidence. And I spent most of my time listening to the one bad experience or the couple of bad experiences somebody had, and that was it. They just hated the police. So our job was then to try and convince them of other things that, we do that are not so bad. But I get it. Like I said, people have bad experiences, and that's it for them.
Lana says, question, with you both being in the police, do you enjoy watching police TV dramas? We have watched some good ones, haven't we? We watched the one that we said, what was it? The one Happy Valley, that was good.
Yeah, that was all right. That was one of the better ones. It was one of the closer to real.
We don't really watch.
policing.
We don't watch like soap opera ones, like like the Bill and all that. I'm not into that. I can't be arsed with it because it's just a load of rubbish.
The problem is when you work in the cops and you understand the processes and procedures, and then you watch these you watch these programs. You sit there and you do spend all your time going, yeah, that wouldn't happen. No, that wouldn't happen. They wouldn't do that. Look at the state of that.
Yeah, and then it just becomes unreal, doesn't it? Husty says I used to be a chief taster at Walker's Crisps. Wow.
I would love that job.
Tap Peddler Derek said I'd never had a paper round, resold at the Boots instead when I was at school. So Tap Peddler Derek's been doing boot sales for years. I mean, he's got some age on him as well. So that's going to be at least like 50 years at the boot sales. T-Cake said I called 101 last week. Someone tried nicking my car. An hour later, listening to numbers to call for fly tipping and dog crap, I gave up. I don't really make public liaisons.
No, do you know what? I agree with you. 101 is shocking.
Oh, 101 is terrible.
101 is horrific. Ever since they took away the 50/50 number, which it used to be, 101 is horrific. Yeah, I did the same. I worked for the cops, and when my youngest, he was jumped on by a group of people and assaulted. And I had to go through the exact same process as any other member of the public. I had to ring up to report it, and I spent 45 minutes, an hour, literally waiting to get through. So yeah, I know how bad it is. It's not great.
Yeah.
I think the thing with
Jason said, "You trying to say the bill wasn't true to life?" I don't like those things. And I'd even go as far as to say, like, Bell likes all like CSI and all that stuff.
I don't watch CSI.
You do. You watch that kind of shit.
I don't watch CSI.
Yeah, you do.
Since when have I ever watched CSI?
Well, I've never seen you watch it, but you're into all that.
Right.
What about that Bones or whatever? What's it called? That shit that you watch.
Though.
What's that shit that you watch?
That's forensic anthropologists.
Yeah, it's shit though, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's about dead bodies. That I like.
Yeah, but they analyze a piece of bone and like they put it in a machine, and then 10 minutes later they've found who done it. And it's like, what are you talking about? What a load of crap.
I do like them ones.
That's what I meant.
I'm not sure where you're up to on the chat.
I'm nearly at the bottom.
Okay.
Delboy Dan says, best job was working for my parents, delivering Cleanies catalogues with my dad. Really glad I did it as my best memories. Well, it's good that you did it with your dad. He enjoyed it.
I worked for Cleanies when I was pregnant with my second son. And I was working in a nursing home at the time, so I had to leave because they weren't being very pregnant friendly with me, making me lift heavy people and stuff. And I joined the cult that was Cleanies. I remember getting invited around to some very posh person's house. I just remember going in and them having like cream carpets that were about this thick. And it all felt very weird. And they sat us down and they basically introduced us to Cleanies. And then because I was pregnant and doing such a good job, they invited me to a road show where they wanted to get up and tell them how well I'd been doing walking around the streets with my big fat pregnant belly, pushing my 2-year-old in a pram whilst doing Cleanies.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm.
It was quite, yeah. It was just weird that they invited us around to their house and it was all like, this is what you could have if you do really well with Cleanies. Subsequently, I gave it up after I'd had the baby.
George says I worked for 5 years as a machinist. Current job last 2 years, install water management equipment for flooding and fish migration. Started reselling just before COVID. Never looked back. Joan says, question. Have we got any more questions, guys? Other than what was our first jobs? And what was our second job? What are your favourite ever TV series? Walking Dead.
Supernatural.
I don't like Supernatural. And Breaking Bad. Quantum Leap. Love Quantum Leap.
Vampire Diaries.
No, that's Bells.
Originals.
Oh, all that stuff is rubbish.
Anything with a hot vampire in it, I'm right there.
Jeff's got a good point. You need to have one really, really bad job so that you know when you found a good job.
Joan says, I love my clean, easy lady. I've still got the products to prove it. I wonder if I was your clean, easy lady.
Best cop show ever was Life on Mars was good. Yeah, Life on Mars was good. I wasn't as keen on the follow-up, the 80s one. But yeah, Life on Mars was good. It got a bit weird though, didn't it, with that clown thing going on and stuff.
Lorraine said, I'm not sure you can do much in a nursing home if you can't lift, to be fair, Belle. Nowadays, you probably could do, because technically the way we used to do it back in the day of lifting people up manually is not a thing. You use all your machine, all your apparatus and stuff now, so it probably would be a bit easier. But
Stan's got a good question. A-Team or Knight Rider? I'm straight away going to say Knight Rider. A-Team or Knight Rider?
A-Team.
Oh, you would have to do that, wouldn't you?
Why? Do you like Knight Rider?
Yeah, of course. Knight Rider. 100%. All day long.
Yeah. There you go. Jason says original and supernatural are both awesome. They are so good.
And Damien says Airwolf. You would say that, Damien, wouldn't you?
Life on Mars was good. That was good. Chris introduced me to that.
I was already talking about Life on Mars. You're behind. Question from Husty. Mysterious Cities of Gold or Dungeons and Dragons? Ooh.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, that's difficult. That I liked them both. They were both on at the same time. I'm going to say Dungeons and Dragons. I love the Mysterious Cities of Gold, but yeah, I'll say that.
Monkey says Ashes to Ashes just sold the box sets for £30 that they bought for £1. That's a good flip.
Yeah, nice one. CJ says, my wife wants to know how old you are, Chris. She likes guessing ages. 32, CJ, yeah. 32. Question from Kathy. Why is the Knight Rider theme tune your ringtone for Belle? It's not anymore, Kathy. I've changed it.
What?
Ring me now, babe. You got your phone?
No.
Oh, balls. That can't work then.
Since when was I? It was your ringtone for everybody, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it doesn't have specific ones. I was like,
I have now though. I've got specifics. Do you want to hear?
Have you?
Yeah. Do you want to hear what Belle now has a specific ringtone? Do you want to hear it? And that's her picture that comes up. Oh, you can't see it. Banana Bell. So Belle's ringtone is.
Is that because I'm small? You've got minions. Is that what it is?
No, banana.
I know. Oh, Delboy Dan says Clean Easy was a bit weird though, like you said, Bill. It was like you were helping the man above you earn their living. It's a pyramid scheme, isn't it? Basically, it's like Avon. I work for Avon as well, and they all do the same thing. Mum and Dad won a holiday to Spain one year for selling the most in 1 year. They must have been doing absolutely fantastic to win a holiday with them. It was one of them. It's a bit like that coffee thing we tried, didn't we? We did one of these energizing coffee schemes.
Oh yeah, that was like a pyramid scheme.
A few years back.
Was it Smart Coffee?
Smart Coffee, and a bit like Cleanies. If you can get into these programs when they first start, and you're like up at the top, you're laughing. You can make loads of money from them. But if, like me, you come in and you're one of the little bottom guys just walking around the streets, sort of selling the stuff, it's really difficult, isn't it? Really difficult.
Chris Tyler says, Chris has sent you a pic of my second job in the mid-90s. I've just seen that pic. I'll have a look afterwards, Chris, if that's all right. But thank you for sending it over.
Tat says, do you remember Street Hawk?
I remember that. I can read the name of it and remember it, but I can't remember what it was about.
think more
Probably too old for me, that, Derek.
I think more people like Knight Rider than A-Team.
D'Artagnan, yeah.
Jason, 32 my ass.
Who says that?
Jason.
How old do you think I am? Who was it who asked? I can't remember now, but you guessed my CJ it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, oh dear. She said 48, but I think you might be lying a little bit. Your wife was closer, put it that way.
48. 48. Do I look that bad?
What are you? 44. 44. So, like I said, 44, she was like 4 years away, so you were almost right.
40. Damien said I sold a set of Ulysses 31 last month. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Great theme tune to that.
Ulysses. You got the theme tune on your thing, haven't you?
Yeah.
That's the only reason I know it, because I never watched it.
Love Quantum Leap, says Bell Spaff Corner. Highway to Heaven's good as well, yeah. Oh, Bell, if you like those two, I discovered recently a series I'd never heard of, and it has quite a few seasons. I think it's got like 4 seasons. And you know what? It's popped out of my head what it is. Early Edition, right? If you like Quantum Leap and Highway to Heaven, this is like a mashup of the two. It's called Early Edition, right? And basically, this guy...
Don't tell him.
No, I'll give you the plot of it.
Just let him go find it.
No, I'll give him... Oh, no!
You basically gave them an example by saying Highway to Heaven and Quantum Leap together, so they've got a little bit of an idea.
Early Edition. Go watch it.
AA says, question for anyone. Why are some sellers on eBay private sellers? Is there a reason for this?
Well, yeah, because they're not doing it to...
I'm a private seller.
Yeah.
Because I just sell my own little bits and bobs.
Sell your own stuff. And you're not buying and selling to make a profit and that kind of thing.
Do you know that doesn't make sense? You're not buying and selling to make a profit, because even if you're selling your own stuff, you're doing it to make a profit.
Yeah, but it's your own it's your own items. You're not buying and selling to make money as a business. You're doing it for your own.
Yeah,
you're doing it for your own purposes. You've got every right to sell your own stuff without having to pay tax and stuff on it. That's your own stuff.
Lin says, I was employed as a dental nurse in 1975. I left when dentists retired in 1995 and worked in another practice until I left in 2019. Only 2 ever jobs in my life.
Oh, wow.
That is good.
That's good going.
That is good going. Do you not think sometimes that that's the ultimate goal, to just find a job that you can stay in? Just one that you enjoy enough that you just want to stay there? Because doing interviews and moving around is just not fun. Thundercats are Transformers. Thundercats, 100%.
I have to say Thundercats on that. Sorry, Big
Steve is well going to argue that.
I have to say Thundercats.
I loved Thundercats.
I was never a massive Transformers fan as a kid. I don't know why, but I did like Thundercats. CJ says she says a good 48. It doesn't help much. It doesn't really help.
Everyone guessing your age? 44, 46.
Yeah, looks like it.
Woo won the guessing age. It's the Tancrest makes you look like your retirement age. Ooh, Steve says you can get all of Ulysses 31 on YouTube now for free.
Oh, cool.
Oh, Kathy said we loved Early Edition.
Oh, you've seen it?
They should have not stopped it.
Yeah. I've started watching it, and I said to Belle we need to watch it together. I think I've only watched the first 2 episodes, but and straight away I'm hooked into it straight away. But yeah, I've got it on my list, but I don't want to watch any more because I want to watch it with Belle, because we like to chat about stuff that we're watching. A bit like Gogglebox, Cooking the Hayden's Gogglebox.
Yeah. CJ says if it makes you feel better, she got ID'd for glue the other day and she's only 43.
We have spent 2 weeks trying to cover for reselling for you, and now you're doing movie chats. Yeah, basically, yeah. I know. Any other questions, guys, before we move on?
DB says you can upgrade a private account to a business account, but you can't change from business to private.
Yeah.
Belle's going to give it a watch.
definitely look for it. You know, go and search. You can find it online. My favourite show was The Wonder Years.
Steve Jackson with all this TV talk. Who's ripping off whose show now?
I know, yeah, I know.
Payback.
Any more questions before we, you can ask us something reselling or anything you want before we move on. Whilst you're all thinking about some more questions, I'm going to do some thank yous.
Oliver, you're trying to tell us you don't like moving, Belle. That's different. Moving house is different. Not moving jobs.
Right. Big thank you to all our members, and I think we currently have 31 members at the moment. We've got Steve O'Brano, Yorkshire Mix, Matt Sells Stuff, Glamour's Closet, Paul Dordney, GT Preloved, Cy, Chris Smith, Rachel Nash, Phil Higginson, Brooke, Andy Incognito, Tam and Bell, Secret Carper, Hilary Rhodes, Tori, Emsden UK, Sam, Mick Page, Lindsay and Alvin, The Monkey Thrifter, Fix It for Reselling, The Dave, Soul Steps, Santa, Andrew Milburn, Proza, Dave ABL Reselling, DB Resells, Anything Vintage, and SB Reselling. Thank you, everybody, for your support and your memberships. Really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy being a part of it.
Jason says, question, have you listed all your cycling jerseys yet?
Nope. Problem is, I've got so much other stuff to list, but I need to list them all now. But then I've got to list everything else now as well. So which do I do first?
Exactly. Right. Are we doing something off your list? Excuse me.
We can carry on doing questions for a bit longer if you want. If there's any more, if there's not, I'll carry on. Let me just see down the chat. I'm too old to know any of these.
We've got another This Is Heavy to do.
Oh, yeah, we'll do that in a sec. Well, This Is Heavy coming up, guys. Get ready for your guesses. Let's just get to the bottom of the chat. Question, Conair or Face Off? Conair every day. What would you say, Conair or Facebook? Facebook. Face Off. Fucking Facebook.
Right. I'm going to put you in a timeout if your language continues to be this bad.
It wasn't bad. That was just once.
No, there's just been once a few times now. Now give it a rest. Consider yourself told.
Conair or Face Off?
Face Off. Neither of them are great for me, but
you would say that. Is Belle going to get an early night?
Conair.
Conair. Definitely Conair. I do like Face Off. Okay. Let's do the next This Is Heavy. Before we move on to the duck race
Put
coming
him
up.
on the naughty steps, says Emsden.
Great Scott. I know, this is heavy. It's heavy. It's heavy. It's heavy. It's heavy.
Okay, here we go. Are you ready?
Tam and Bell says Dexter's used to sweary pants Chris now anyway. That's not the point. We're trying to curb it.
This guy.
Oh, that's what was making the noise.
Yes. I think he needs new batteries.
I think he needs new batteries.
Right, okay. Sully from Monsters Inc. He's a handheld little toy. You've probably seen him at your boot sales and stuff. You see him now and again. So how much do you think this guy weighs in grams, please? And if you go over, you are bust. You have to be on the mark or under. And the nearest one wins the prize. I'll send it in the post. Only one go per person. If I start seeing more than one goes, you will be disqualified. Are we ready? Come on, get your guesses in. Anyone in the world can enter. I will send you a prize in the post. Actually, I'll keep that up for a minute. And I'm going to start the countdown in just a second. Here we go.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
So I'm about to type end in the chat. Once I've typed end, that is it. No more after that. Here we go. There's some weird guesses. I mean, some people are way out.
Well, you're not going to believe who's won.
Who?
Asked our guest.
Car Boot Chris.
The answer, and he was so close to getting it fully correct. The answer was 804. And the one and only Monumental guessed 801.
Really? I think he's been doing some Googling. Well done, Andrew. You have won a prize. Not this, unfortunately, but you have won a prize. I'll get a prize to you. You need to send me your address, actually. I don't think I've got it. I'll probably have somewhere, but it's been a while since I sent anything.
Boom, he says, winner, what a man.
Yeah, so there you go. Monumental has won.
He's not here for ages, and he comes and he takes the crown.
I know, yeah.
What can we
Cheeky.
say?
He'll be winning duck races next.
He says he'll take the He-Man figure.
Yeah. I will send you something equally amazing in the post. Don't worry, Andrew. Let me write that down.
I like it when someone gets so close to the answer, because then I know that I've either got to look for like a smaller amount than looking through.
So both Andrew and Lindsay and Alvin, will you both send me your addresses, please? I've probably got them somewhere, but please send them again, and I will get your prizes in the post this week.
Kathy says Andrew was one of everything, so he just weighed his own.
He probably just ran into his stock room and grabbed it.
Oh, I'm being facetious. Oliverini says, wow, star guest. Andrew turns up to his annual once-a-year live show. That's why he's a star guest, because he's only here for like one time. And then he's gone. Unlike our true dedicated followers like you, Steve, who we love so much.
Whatnot this week, guys. Whatnot. I am hoping to do a Whatnot auction show tomorrow night, 7 p.m. So if you want to join us for that, I've got a little bit of something different maybe planned for tomorrow. I'm just experimenting with some of these figures that you see behind that I picked up at the boot sale. Some of them are worth some good money. And I'm just thinking about an idea for tomorrow night's Whatnot show. So look out for that, 7 p.m. If you've not created a Whatnot account yet, you can get £10 for free to spend. And if you use my link, which is in the description below, you get a tenner. I get a tenner to spend as well. So everyone's a winner. Also, if you're thinking about signing up to be a seller on Whatnot, there's also a link below that might help you get through the process. I don't know for sure whether it will make the process faster, but it's a seller referral link. So I do get a kickback myself if you do sign up. But if you're thinking about Whatnot, have a go with my link, see if it helps. Thingy is on Whatnot as well. We had Endless...
Thingy and Whatnot.
Thingy was on Whatnot. Endless Treasure was on Whatnot yesterday, doing their first show. We've also got Joe Closet Geek, although I've not seen Joe on Whatnot for a couple of weeks. What are you doing?
She wants a bed. She was about to sit on all your nice expensive items.
Oh, right.
There you go.
Yeah, so there's a few more people appearing on Whatnot. So, yeah, if you want to be a seller, maybe try my link. I do get a kickback when you use it, though. So, yeah, there you go.
Steve asked me to go back and find a question, and now I've just completely ruined it by getting up and seeing to the dog. He basically said, oh, there it is. If you had to erase either The Greatest Showman or Back to the Future from history, which one would it be?
Greatest Showman.
Yeah. I knew that.
Jeff says, Whatnot Tuesday. I've been studying how to prevent a repeat of the Thor's hammer outbid myself fiasco.
Oh, my God. You just reminded me. Steve, I laughed a little bit too much, and maybe we just a little whilst laughing.
I don't know what she's going to say.
When you got your tiny little Thor hammer out and shook it like a maraca.
Oh, yeah. Steve, that was embarrassing.
That was hilarious. I absolutely loved it. That was the highlight, definitely.
Little Steve's got his Thor maracas.
He literally just got it out and went, this is mine. That was so funny.
Oh, Chris says, hi, it's 16 kg for Whatnot. Oh, yeah, we see a lot on Whatnot. Even like some of the shows as well, Chris.
They were on the other one where you were clearing that guy. Well, you didn't.
I didn't clear him out.
You didn't really, did you?
I just bought like 2 lots off him.
Yeah. Right.
Nice one. Thanks for joining us.
You never know, do you? Because everyone has different names.
I know, yeah. They have different names for different platforms.
Oliver Ian says, laugh out loud, Bell. Sod off, Chris. Coming from you, Mr. Invisible Duck Race.
Well, if we're done with all the questions, we're done with all our show items. So shall we, what time is it? Quarter past the hour. So we'll get ready for the duck race, guys. And I'll get ready to tell you what tonight's prize is. You must be dying to know. You must be absolutely dying to know.
Janie View says, are you selling any of your groups tomorrow? Don't think you got any groups, have you?
All the groups went last time, didn't they?
I don't know if it was last
I've got
time,
a couple of groups on eBay, and then the rest I put on Whatnot on the last show, and they all went. So I don't think I've got any groups at the moment, Janie Vu, yeah.
Steve says, hurry up, I'm going to bed soon.
Oh, he's dying to see it, isn't he? Okay, let me get ready for the duck race then.
They're just waiting for the disappointment. That's what they're waiting for.
Yeah. We have, I don't know if this is a record, Jeff. Let me know if this is a record or not, but we have 86 ducks in tonight's race. Let me know if that is a record or not. Checklist, share screen.
Yeah, they don't forget, do they?
Yeah, lol.
Is the prize a fake duck from Turkey?
No, that would have been a good prize, though. Let me just get ready for the race.
Tam and Bell said back to losing again this week. Steve Jackson, however.
Oh, that's a lot of ducks.
It is Duck Race 69.
It's Duck Race 69. Hopefully, I hope we're not including the movie chats duck races that they're doing all the time now.
Flogsumtog says, am I in it tonight?
Yes. Look at all those ducks. How are you gonna find them?
Me? You're doing it.
That's ridiculous. That's a lot of ducks. That is mental.
Neil J has joined us. Hello.
Hi, Neil J. Welcome.
Oh, Bell's
just in time for the duck race.
2 weeks in a row, so they must have won twice.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's what happens when there's 3 people in the duck race.
Oh, that was mean.
Scathing attack.
That was mean.
86 is a record. Woohoo!
Claws are out.
Previous was 85.
Twice we've had 85.
Right, 86 ducks. This is crazy. This is craziness. Right, are we ready for this? Are we ready for the duck race?
Yes, everyone's ready. Come
okay.
On. Come on.
I'm building up the suspense. Right, what's the prize for tonight? Well, it's come all the way from Turkey, and it's one of my favourite things in the world. I look for them everywhere, and I really don't want to give these away. But I'm going to send you a packet of chocolate rocks.
An actual useful prize for a change, not just a duck.
But before I send you these chocolate rocks, I'm going to eat some of them live on air.
No, you're not.
What?
Put them down. Leave them.
Chocolate rocks for you, all the way from Turkey. Cost me about £2, so no expense spared.
The stupid thing is, we spent hours searching for them all over America. Every time we go, we have to go on like a chocolate rock hunt. And literally the first shop we walked in Turkey outside of our hotel had hundreds of them.
Loads of them.
I don't know.
Brilliant.
So Bang says, I've not entered for ages. My entry today broke the previous record. You're welcome.
Ah, there you go. I don't think yours was the last entry though, Bang Bang. So
Oliver Ian wants the chocolate rocks.
Surprised. People thought it was Turkish Delight though, didn't they?
Steve says, I don't like the new cocky Chris. I want the moody git back.
Cocky?
Because you just dissed his duck race.
Okay. Listen, those two abuse me enough, so they're going to get it back sometimes. I've had enough of the abuse that I've had from the two Steves.
So Chris is being forced to get rid of them. It's nothing to do with me. This was his decision. He wanted to bring chocolate rock backs for a duck race.
Okay, are we ready? Who the hell thought of putting chocolate inside a rock? It's duck race number 68, 66 and 67 were hosted by the Steves. Yeah, erase those from existence, please, Jeff.
Come on, let's get this duck race going.
Can you
come on.
Can you get in on the duck race? No, sorry, Neil, it's too late. You got when this show's finished tonight, mate, you got to comment on it, and then you'll be in for next week.
How many boxes of chocolate rocks did you bring back?
18. 4.
On a diet.
4. That's it. I should have brought more.
That's not
okay.
including the 2 boxes yet while we were in Turkey.
Okay. Let's go. Here we go. Oh, thanks for joining us.
Shannon Lee says, yay, chocolate rocks.
Chocolate rocks, yes. Okay, right. Let's share the screen, Chris. Share the screen.
Belle says going for the treble. Dexter wants those chocolate rocks.
Amazing. You can't buy chocolate rocks in the UK, so.
Lindsay said, thank God Belle is commentating tonight. It's not easy. It's not me, it's him. He can do it. 80 odd ducks.
Are you ready? Do you want to check that I've got the screen going now before? Are we on? Your stream's way behind. It must be on.
Are we on, guys?
Are we on? Testing 1, 2, 3. Roll up for the duck race, everybody. All ducks to the starting line. And we're off. And this is a mammoth duck race. There are 86 entrants. It's a new world record for Cookie and the Haydens. Reseller Blueprint takes an early lead with Brooke in second place. Flippin' L and Helen are closely coming up. And we've got Monkey Thrifter in the lead with his police hat on. Phil Higginson as Dracula and Once Love Treasures are also up there at the front with Paula Ann, a.k.a. ABL Dave's at the back of the pack. Richard Payne's coming up through the middle. We've got Chris at the back as well. Kev Smith at the top of the stream. The stream as in the stream and the stream. Fezzer is coming at the bottom. Dorothy Watkinson's coming up at the bottom as well. We've got Titch in the middle. Once Love Treasures still up there in the lead. Greg. No, Tap Peddler Derek is coming up. No, Dorothy. Dorothy Watkinson and Ali Evans currently lead. But the lead is changing second by second. It's hard to keep up. Alvin takes the lead now. And Ali Evans is still hanging in there at the front. That means they definitely won't win. Jeff Davis is very, very slyly hanging up there at the top, just waiting to pounce at the right moment. Sharon Lee, Lindsay and Alvin Dumpster Divers at the bottom, Nespresso. We've also got I Dream of Crafting. Woo Woo is coming through the pack. Ali Evans is really worn out. She's lost the plot. She's gone right to the back of the pack now. Sheriff Roscoe's coming up. Sharon Lee. Kathy at the top there with 20 seconds to go. So we've got Kathy, Helen, Peter Ray, Fezzer. It's all changed. Some ducks have gone to the back. We're left with Peter Ray, Sharon Lee and Greg. It's between these three. 100% it's Greg, Peter Ray or Sharon Lee. It's going to be. No, it's not. Greg. No, it's not. I don't know who it's going to be now. It's all changed. It's Kimmy Kitty. Yep. Kimmy Kitty takes the win. Kimmy Kitty. Well done. You have won some chocolate rocks. Chocolate rocks coming to Kimmy Kitty. Oh, I still want to eat. Can I eat some of these quick?
CJ Fry says mine going slow because my wife said you looked 48.
Yeah, probably. Turn that off.
Everyone's wishing her Kimmy. I don't know if Kimmy's in. I don't know if she's seen it. She was in earlier.
Yeah, she was in, wasn't she?
Yeah, I don't know if she's still
Look
with
at all
us.
these chocolate rocks.
Will you look? People don't want your manky paws all over their chocolate.
I'll give her a fresh box. I want to eat some. Can I eat some?
Well done, Kimmy. How many wins is that now? Was she won
That's
before
coming to
then,
you.
Kimmy Kitty?
I don't think she's won before. It's a new name.
Oh, Kimmy, there she is. Thank you.
There you go. That is yours. An amazing prize.
Sharon Lee said that was fun. Sharon, if you're new to the duck race, best part of our show, what can we say? What everybody waits for.
Ignore the reselling bit.
Wolverine says I need to watch the replay to see if mine was even racing tonight. Oh, people must have got a little nudge of Cookie then. I'll bring her up in a sec for everyone to see. She's had a fancy new haircut.
Oh, yeah.
First win for Kimmy Kitty.
Yeah. Steve didn't even see his duck at all. It was in. I remember writing it in. First win, says Jeff.
To be fair, I really did like the one where you put all the stupid names in. I thought that was good. I think you should do that again.
Yeah, but you didn't understand it.
No. Oliverine says, what reselling bit, Chris? To be fair, we haven't had a reselling bit
not
today.
Really tonight.
Yeah. He's not been on the ball today.
Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Right, what is coming up? We'll do share the love in a minute. Coming up for the channel this week, as you know, I'm not doing midweek pre-records until we have moved house, and then I might come back to it. But we will have a midweek live, so we'll probably have lunch hour live later this week, so look out for that. And then we'll have a boot sale video out at the weekend, most likely Saturday morning. So you can look out for that. But in the meantime, if anybody wants to share their channels, their links to their Instagrams or anything like that.
Sharing is caring. Share the love. That's a good point, Steve. That was the one where you didn't show the actual thing. We didn't get to see the funny names one.
Yeah. Yeah, but you did it again and then you read them again.
Oh, Del Boy Dan says just signed up Chris on Whatnot.
Oh, nice one, Dan. Yeah, you got a tenner free to spend there now, and I've got a tenner. Excellent. Right. So, yeah, share the love. Put all your links in. Feel free to share anything you want.
Cookie, you just messed up my thing.
Alan's off. Time to go. Been up since 5:30. No problem, Alan. Thanks for sticking around. Appreciate it.
Cookie's destroyed me chat. Cook.
Brooks done some happy birthdays for Cookie. Thank you. It was Cookie's birthday while we were away. Actually.
It was. She was 7. Kimmy Kitty, both please sign it. Car boot, Chris, and banana
belt. Oh, really? You want us to sign this? You want us to sign this?
That's fine. We can do.
All right, we'll do it. I've not got a thing here with me, but remind me, babe, to do that.
Lindsay and Alvin says they are 6 subs away from 500, so show some support and sub these guys. Oh, who's 6 subs away?
I think Movie Chats.
Ah, right.
Oh, Cookie's having a lovely time. She was like literally eyes closed, yawning.
Tam and Bella close to 1,000 subs as well.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get them up.
There's Movie Chats. We got DB Resells.
Bloopers.
Oh, I like a bit of bloopers, Damien. I'll go watch that one. Lindsay and Alvin, Peter Ray. If you want to sub to Peter Ray.
Sharon Lee says, I'm new. I'm not new. I've been watching a long time, but only just found how to comment.
Ah.
Well, welcome anyway. Welcome
Excellent.
to the chat, and we hope you join us again in the future.
Paul and Marie, aka Wicker Woman and Honey Monster. Sophie SB Reselling. There's Lindsay and Alvin again. And Cute Cookie. Paul and Marie M's Den. A Reseller Blueprint. There you go.
Oliverine says, come over to Movie Chats for the possibility of a duck race that you could actually have a chance of winning.
Yes.
I'm going to join
I'm entering that one.
Yeah, just so I can win.
Money Mental. Tam and Bell's link there. Bell's Craft Corner, Fix It for Reselling. That's Tommy Lee Jones.
CJ Ferrari is leaving us. Good night. Thank you for joining us. Nice to see you.
Thank you. Dave ABL there. Tommy Lee. Rich Knights Live. There's M's Den again. Subscribe to Money Mental. Tap Peddler Derek. That is SB Reselling. Thank you, CJ. Thanks for joining us.
And there's been a video out thinking about it because Tap Peddler and Tam and Bell met up and did a reselling video. So there you go. You can watch that one. You get to see both of them.
Yeah, there you go. I think we're done, to be honest, babe. 1 hour 30 exactly.
Woohoo! Bedtime. Yay!
So thank you all so much for joining us, and hopefully we'll see you again next week on our live show. Don't forget, when this show has finished, if you come back to the video and make a comment, and that will give you entry into next week's duck race, which the prize is to be confirmed. I've got a list of prizes, so we'll dig into the list for next week. And yeah, you need to make a comment. And bearing in mind that we had 86 entries this week, we're creeping closer towards 100. When we get to 100, we're maxed out on ducks. So if you are past 100, you will not get into the duck race. So be early, be quick.
I was going to say, we're really going to get to 100, but then like...
I think at some point
we thought we'd have like...
At some point, we're going to hit 100 ducks.
Plus in.
But thank you all so much. So don't forget, Whatnot tomorrow at 7 p.m. And there'll be a lunch hour live later this week on the channel and a boot sale video at the weekend. Final thoughts from Banana Bell.
Don't put all your bananas in one basket. Have a good week.
Thanks very much for watching. Really appreciate it. If you want to catch up on another one of my videos, you can try one like this or one like this. They're both good ones. Give it a go. Or you can subscribe by pressing this button here. There you go. See you later.